To enter personnel detail of an employee in UBS payroll, you select personnel under the main menu, and then followed by option 1, which is add employees/update. Personnel detail of an employee in UBS is classified into 4 pages, as you can see here. The first 2 pages relates to personnel detail. The third page relates to pay setting, and the last page deals with any deduction. Now, to demonstrate the facility, I will use an example employee called Mr. Robert Tan. Now, for each employee, you will assign a code. Whatever that numbering scheme may be, is up to your organization. So just use whatever that your organization currently uses. So in this case, I'm just going to use R001 for Mr. Tan, and his initial is RT. Now, Robert Tan actually lives in number 12, Jalan Mewar, Utara. And this is in postcode 68000 and in the town of Ampang. And Ampang is in the state of Selangor. Now, Mr. Tan is a Malaysian, so his nationality will be MY. But if you are entering an employee of foreign nationality, you can use the drop-down box here to select the employee and the country of that corresponds to the nationality of the employee that you are capturing. The phone number for Mr. Tan is 03-429-0011. And Mr. Tan's highest education is SPM, and he has been working for 10 years. And in this case, Mr. Tan was born on the 11th of March 1975. Now, his OIC number is, and his new IC number is 7503-03-2939. Now, the color of his IC in this case is blue, and passport number is relevant only if you're dealing with foreign nationality. And the sex for Mr. Tan is male, and the race, so he's Chinese, so you select the race from the pop-down list, and he's now Bumiputra. So Mr. Tan is married, and his wife is Joanne Lim. And if she has an IC number, you can enter the IC number. And the number of children under 18 years old is 2. Now, you also need to indicate whether Mr. Tan's wife, in this case, whether Joanne Lim is a working spouse or not, because this has an implication in terms of the table to apply when you're working out your PCV. So, likewise, there's a permanent address, so if it's the same as the address that you have already specified up here, then you can leave it blank. Otherwise, specify the necessary contact details. Now, in this case, Mr. Tan is a sales executive. And if you are going to use the line and the category to assist you in your reporting, then you can enter them in here. So this is purely configurable by you. So the line and the category are optional. Only use them if it's relevant. And Mr. Tan started working on the 1st of October 1998 with the company. And he was confirmed on the 1st of December 1998. Similarly, if he has been promoted since then, you will enter the date of the promotion, and if he has resigned, you will also enter the date of resignation. Now, Mr. Tan is been paid 2,500, and he's been paid monthly. Now, if Mr. Tan happened to be a daily or hourly rated employee, then you just change the rate accordingly. And similarly, for payment method, whether it's going to be paid by bank, cash or check, so in this case we'll set it to bank, and his pay status is active. Now, confidential level, again this is optional, up to your organization. If you need to determine the detail, classify the detail of the employee based on confidentiality, then this is where you set them. So if payment method is by bank, you also need to define the bank code. So in this case it's 200, and the branch code is 05, and the category for the bank is to be used is in this case we'll set it to 1, and the bank will use the new IC number. Again, this setting here is dependent very much on the bank and determined by the bank that you're using and what arrangement has been made. So in terms of the bank account number for Mr. Tan, it is 1140, sorry. And work permit only relevant if it was a foreign employee, and likewise the validity of the work permit. Okay. Now as for the EPF number, Mr. Tan's EPF number is 39484999, and the table that you're going to use to apply for calculating the EPF contribution, you will have to select from a range of 6 tables here. So this is interpreted based on the percentage of contribution by the employee and the employee. So in this case, you can configure them to apply to different rates depending on what is the EPF ruling, and also which table is going to apply to this particular employee. Now as for SOCSO, Mr. Tan's SOCSO number is H. Okay, and similarly as for the table to apply for calculating SOCSO, you can choose from a series of 4 different settings depending on what's relevant. So in this case, we'll leave it as a normal contribution. Now, if the employee, Mr. Tan, is required to pay income tax, then you'll be required to pay, state the income tax branch. So in this case, it's a Cheras branch in KL, and the income tax number. Now once you've done that, then you go into the pay setting. Now this is where you define various different things to that the system will apply automatically in working out the pay of the employee each month. So you have got setting relating to the working hours tables that you're going to apply. So this shows you the various different parameters that's going to be used. It says how many months in a year, how many days in the month, how many hours in a day. Okay, so there are various different settings that you can customize to suit your specific requirements. So I'll leave it at 1. So similarly for your shift, you can define which shift. But more importantly, on this side here, it shows you the various different allowances. So these are configurable. It's up to you to set up depending on what allowances is applicable to your organization. And once you've set them, then it will appear as part of your employee maintenance. And if this employee is entitled to traveling allowances, then you will set it by entering a figure into under the rate column. Okay, so similarly, under deduction, there's also quite a number of options to allow you to configure to suit your specific organization's requirements. So in this example, we've got an accommodation deduction. So this is where if you give your employee accommodation and the employee is required to contribute a certain amount each month, then this is where you will key in the amount. And likewise, if there's any loan that was given to the employee and there was a loan repayment each month, then you key in the loan repayment amount. So once you've keyed all those in, then you save the information by pressing on the save key, and now the detail has been saved for you.